The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, 60 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first down throw for Brissett. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They'll throw again. Brissett. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They go play action with Brissett. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Room here to run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
First down, Brissett. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On 1st and 10, Brissett. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down at the 28. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 9. It's fourth down.
They throw it out right complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 28 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Saints take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. McPherson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
One, ready?
They will throw on first down with Burrow. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
At the Saints' 44-yard line.
Bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Gun. 11.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Kamara trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll go with a keeper, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1.
Brings up third and goal.
Hey, check.
This is third and goal. Brissett. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! Great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Saints 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Get set. 11. Gotta go. 11, Thomas.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up second down.
11, MT, take. 11, MT, take.
Throwing on second and 14.
Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The offense on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Brissett. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Brissett. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Brissett, throw complete there to Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Brissett on first down. And Thomas has it. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
In motion, the tight end. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a fun one to